Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Lisa, and today's video is going to be a Q&A. I went on Twitter and I went on Instagram and I asked you guys to ask me a bunch of questions about my freshman year, and we got pretty honest in this video, so let's just get into it. Alright, hey y'all, what's good, what's poppin'? So I already did my eyebrows off camera and I'm going to start by priming my face. I'm going to be using the same primer that I've been using for a while. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy primer, and then directly after I'm just going to be using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. I'm in a different shade now. The one I was using before was Maybelline 355. I'm now in Maybelline 340. This one has a different undertone and is lighter in general, so I'm just going to be using this today. Alright, so I went to Twitter and I went to Instagram to ask for questions from you guys, and we're going to start off easy with how was your freshman year. So if you guys don't already know from the last probably like 6 videos of mine, I am currently a freshman going on a sophomore at the University of Michigan Ann Arbor. Yeah, I had a whole video about like when I was actually in high school choosing colleges and I said that I got in here. Then I had like the whole moving in video. Like, I've explained all of that before, so if you want, I'll link them down below if you want to watch them. So my freshman year in terms of timeline is a little bit confusing just because I started not fall semester but summer semester. So this is my third semester of freshman year, which is, it sounds really weird to say, but it is. So for the entirety of this video, I'm only going to be talking about fall semester and winter semester here. So yeah. So overall, I would say that my first year here was pretty well. I've heard horror stories about people's freshman year of college, and I've heard like absolute like I loved it type of stories. This was probably in the middle just because of I was dealing things with myself. Nothing necessarily bad happened to me. I was just like going through it with myself. I took some pretty easy classes for my first year, except for one class, which is intensive Spanish, which I will probably get into later in this video, because it seems to me when I look back, like intensive Spanish was the reason why like all of my shit like was going on with me. Like, that class stressed me the fuck out. Luckily, I have the last portion of finals for that class tomorrow, so I don't have to deal with it ever again. But like, that class stressed me the fuck out and was like the reason for a lot of my mental breakdowns this year. So kudos to you, intensive Spanish, for like low-key having a part in why my freshman year wasn't like the best ever. Like I said before, this foundation is still a little bit darker than my skin tone now. Don't clock me. I have yet to find a Maybelline shade that works perfectly for me, or like a shade in general that like works perfectly for me. I don't know if like I can't match myself or like these foundations just don't match me, but don't clock me. Moving straight along into concealer and also the next question, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer. I'm in the shade Caramel, and the next question is, how do you like your roommate? So ironically, my roommate asked me this, so thank you, Kylie. But yeah, I love my roommate. Luckily, since I've been here, I've had 2 different roommates and I have never had a problem with either one of them. Right now, my roommate is Kylie. She's really cool. I met her during the first semester summer bridge. We clicked like right away. We weren't that close during bridge, but like now we're like this, like we're cool. And I love her to pieces. We both separately have gone through things throughout this semester, and we've both been there for each other, so I like love her dearly. I'm sad to see her go. Alright, so I'm going to be taking a wet beauty blender and blending this concealer out, and while I do that, we're going to dig a little bit deeper into the harder questions. Now, for some reason, I got a lot of like repeat questions, like it was maybe like a word or 2 off, so I'm just going to be answering a couple of questions that were somewhat different from each other. So the first question I'm going to answer is, what was the hardest part about your first year of college and the best part? As I can tell from like the title and everything, I'm going to be brutally honest with y'all. This year for my mental health was extremely shitty. So like the hardest part I would say for me was balancing how am I going to fucking get through this mentally, and how am I going to fucking get through this academically, and how am I going to fucking get through this socially. I have never been challenged to the point where it's like I fucking can't go home and like just lay in my bed and cry. Like, college is different because like if you're like me, my family, like we're close, but like I was able to get like alone time. Like I didn't have a big family, so like if I wanted to be alone for like 48 hours, I could just like lock myself in my room and like that's it. But college, you constantly have people around you, and it's not to say that like the people around me weren't good people, because like honestly I feel like I surround myself with like beautiful minds, beautiful people, people who are positive and like-minded and really cool. Like I love my friends, but it gets to a point where it's like I just need to be alone. And college, you can't do that because like you have a roommate. If you want to go eat alone and like have like 15 minutes alone, you can't do that because the dining hall or like public restaurants. If you like class, you're not alone. Like there's literally no time where you could be alone in college. And I feel like for me that took a toll on my mental health, because for me to cope, I just need to be alone. Like I need to take a nap, I need to journal, but like all of these things I need to do, if I'm in public, I can't fucking do it. So that was probably the hardest part about college. But the best part so far, like freshman year, is meeting the people that I've met. Like I honestly have met some of the coolest people I've ever met here, like my freshman year. Like I've met so many people that are like me, which in my town, yes, I have a lot of friends at like where I live and where I come from, but I've never met people who are like directly like me, or like some of the interests that I have. I've never met people that had that same interest back at home, so like it was pretty cool. Like honestly, I met some really cool people here, so that's probably the best part. Moving straight along, I'm going to be cream contouring my face. As always, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit. This is the deep one, and I'm going to be using chocolate and espresso just mixed together just to get that bronze look that I like. While I blend, I'm going to be answering the question, what was your favorite memory of this school year? Although this memory didn't take place like at school, my favorite memory of this school year in general was my 19th birthday. So I was supposed to vlog it. Like honestly, I vlogged it, but like I never uploaded it just because the vlog was shitty in itself. But yeah, for my 19th birthday, we went to Canada. I don't know if you guys know, but the legal drinking age in Canada is 19, so hence the reason why I went to Canada. Plus it's only 25 minutes away from my house, so I was like, why not? Alright, yeah, so for my 19th birthday we went to Windsor, Ontario, which is really close to the Detroit border, which is why we chose that place. So yeah, it was really fun, honestly. Not all of my friends are 19, and we tried to finesse ourselves into the club. They asses did not get in. I don't even know why I thought that was a good idea, but we collectively we all just bought some drinks. We all just had some fun. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, so I'm very shitty. I forgot that I was recording, so I started to bake. I am baking with the Beauty Bakery flour powder, the translucent one. I'm going to set the rest of my face with a mixture of this and the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 35 Deep. So yeah. Moving on along with the questions. The next question that I got is, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from your first year? So biggest lesson I've learned, hands down, it's a tie between two. The first one is time management. Now, I feel like everybody learns this in college, or hopefully if you're smart before college, because like you need this skill. But time management for college, like you honestly need that. Like if you're not managing when you're going to do something, like if it's an assignment, when you're going to do it, how you're going to do it, like whatever, like you just need to know that, because like it's so easy. Like it's not like high school. You're not going to have teachers constantly breathing down your neck. Oh, you have a paper due next week. Oh, you have a paper due next week. Like no, they tell you once, maybe, and then you're just supposed to know. Or like they put it in the syllabus and you're just supposed to know. So like honestly, time management is like a huge lesson that I've learned here. Like just how to manage my time, what's going to benefit me the most. Like is it going to benefit me the most going to Starbucks for 15 minutes, or like just going directly to class? Like, what's gonna benefit me the most? Should I write this paper now, or should I wait till like next week? Like, it's all depending on, like, honestly, your schedule, what fits for you, and like how you want to manage your time. The second lesson that I've learned is that sometimes you just have to put yourself first. That is a hard lesson to learn, let me tell you, because I've always learned, and like in general, in American society at least, you learn put others first, put others first, put others first, but you never really think about it, like, how am I supposed to help other people when I'm down? So obviously I learned this lesson when I was like at my lowest, and I was realizing that like I would literally have mental breakdowns after classes that like honestly aren't worth it, but like I would have mental breakdowns after classes because I would never allow myself the time to just like process everything. It's a lesson that I had to learn like somewhat the hard way here, just because like I was looking around myself, nothing was working out. I was like in a bad place with like a lot of people in my life, with myself, with like my classes, and I was like, hold up, like who's the center of my universe? Me. Who is not functioning like and is like on overdrive all the time? Me. So I was looking around and I'm like, okay, nothing else is falling into place simply because I'm not where I should be. So like I had to take time for myself, and that's just something that like that's like a huge lesson in life and in school, and if you have depression or if you have whatever, like that's a huge lesson that you have to learn at some point. Alright, hey y'all, I'm back. So I did my nose contour and I actually put on some blush as well. I'm gonna prep my lashes for my lashes, so I'm gonna just be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise in black and the Duo Lash Glue Adhesive. So yeah, the next question is, what do you believe was the biggest difference from high school compared to college? Did it shock you, or were you easily able to adapt to it? So I feel like I say this a lot, like in general, I have this conversation a lot with like my professors and like people here and all of that. But before coming to college, my high school was predominantly black. So the major difference from coming from that type of school to here is like I'm just a minority now. Like that's just like I've always known, and I'm talking about like minority in like an academic sense. Like I've always been like the majority when it comes to like my own school. Obviously I wasn't just sheltered within like my own community, so I've met different types of people before in my life, like all of that. But like in an academic sense, the biggest difference, it was coming from a school that was predominantly black to coming to a school that's predominantly white. So yeah, the next part of the question, how easily did I adapt to it? So it wasn't that hard for me to like adapt, because it's just like okay, I'm in a bigger setting with people from like all over the world. Of course I'm not going to be like the majority, like why would I be? So yeah, definitely I would say it was easy to adapt. My roommate is white, a lot of my friends are white. I have a lot of friends from different cultures, and it's not to just use them as like oh, I'm culturally aware now, but it was just like, look, I've been exposed to different cultures. So now just to finish my makeup off, I'm going to be wiping my bake away and put on highlighter and then my lip color. And I'm also going to be answering the last like question. So like I feel like a major thing to ask is just like if I have advice for people who are going into college for their first year, like as a freshman, like what do you think I should do, like stuff like that. Honestly, college is 100% what you make it. 100%. A lot of people come to college and they're like, I'm gonna just focus on my degree, I don't care about the social part, like whatever. Other people come like, I want the traditional American college experience, I want to party, I want to do all that. College is 100% what you make it, so don't be afraid to make it how you want it. Like that sounds confusing now that I said it aloud, but like let's say you started out the school year, fall semester, you're like, I just want to party, I just want to do that. You figure out that that doesn't work for you. Like it's so easy to like change and easily adapt in college. I feel like you could do things as simple as like go to a different party, hang out with different people. Like college is 100% what you make it, so make it how you want to make it. Like, hi friends, I'm editing in my bonnet, but I realized that this part was super confusing, so just wanted to clarify. I meant like if you have a bad situation or a situation that you don't necessarily like, it's kind of easier in college for you to change, since like college is like such a huge space and like it's easily adaptable. Obviously this is not the situation for everybody. Some people you can't change your situation, but like at a huge university and in my situation I could easily change like things to make me feel better. So yeah, as for lips, I'm just going to be using the Broadway Ultra Lip coconut oil. You can find this at the beauty supply. It's about $1, like $2 at max. It is really good. Please go cop this. To add a little bit of color, I'm going to be adding in a little splash of the Wet n Wild catsuit, liquid catsuit, and this is the color Give Me Mocha. This is like a perfect nude for my lips, so it looks really cute with the gloss. And then finally, just to top it off, I'm going to be using the MAC Prep and Prime Coconut Spray just to set everything in, melt down all these powders that I have on, and then I'll be done. So yeah, that's the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe, and share down below. Also comment some more videos that I should do because summer's coming up and I'm going to be filming like crazy. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!